I hope this was helpful in showing you that it's not your lack of willpower that keeps you snacking. There are some bigger forces at play here. But you do not have to be a victim of them forever, and you can have total control of your nutrition. Do you struggle to stay consistent with healthy eating and just want food decisions to be easy, guilt-free, and sustainable? You're in the right place. I'm Chelsea, nutritionist and fitness coach who overcame restrictive yo-yo dieting and body image insecurities using simple nutrition tools, all backed by biblical principles. And now I help women like you find that same freedom with food so you can feel confident in the look and health of your body for decades to come. I'm ready to dive in with you. So open your notes app and let's go. I used to identify myself as a snacker. I would never leave the house without something to munch on, and instead of having solid meals, I would just continually graze all day. I was actually nervous to stop snacking when you suggested we try it, but the way you helped me come up with a plan made it seem so seamless, and now I can't even believe I used to eat like that. I feel so much better in every way, no more insane cravings, way more energy, and I don't feel panicky about feeling hungry. None of that would have been possible if I hadn't signed up for your coaching. I can't thank you enough, Chelsea. This might sound cheesy, but you truly changed my life. This is a note I received from a nutrition client that I thought was very appropriate to include in today's episode. And if you want help taking control of your nutrition, whether it's breaking bad habits, learning how to cook healthy options for you and your family, or even accountability to keep it going long enough to make it your lifestyle, jump over to coachrain.com/dietfree to book your one-on-one strategy session with me. All I need is 1 hour of your time, and you will walk away with an exact next steps plan that leaves you fully confident. Because transformation is possible for you too. Again, that's coachreign.com/dietfree. And now, welcome to Nutrition for Christian Women. Have you ever wondered why you can't stop snacking? It's like no matter how motivated you are to eat clean, something about those 2 hours after dinner just gives you the munchies, and the only cure seems to be chocolate. At least that's what it was for me. If that sounds relatable, I'm here to tell you it's not your lack of motivation. No. It's actually something much more powerful than that. There is a threefold reason that snacking is such a tough habit to break. So we're going to go through them so that you can stop beating yourself up for your lack of willpower. The first thing that keeps us snacking is that we've been raised in a processed products disguised as food culture, meaning we see things like cereal as a viable food option. The problem is, these products that are made entirely in a factory are actually designed to be addictive. They have teams of engineers whose jobs are quite literally to make the product give our brains such a dopamine hit, which is our feel-good hormone, that we have to come back for more. Very much the same way that drugs like cocaine work. It's pretty unethical when you think about it. What we know about our brain chemistry is being used against us for big food profit. So when I say it's not your lack of motivation, I really mean it. You can be the most motivated person in the world, but if chemicals in what you eat have a strong hold over you, biology will always win that fight. The second part to making snacking so tough to break is that we have been conditioned to avoid the feeling of hunger. In the modern, developed Western world, gosh, we are just so blessed. For the first time in human history, we do not live in scarcity, but rather abundance. Never before the last 100 years or so did we ever have food waste. That's a relatively new term. Overeating was never an issue because Supplies simply didn't allow for it. But since about the Great Depression or coming out of it, the feeling of being hungry has become something to fear. We are always packing snacks and taking leftovers to avoid being caught hungry without food. The issue here is that hunger is a very healthy and necessary part of our digestive system. Ghrelin and leptin, our hunger and fullness hormones, work like a teeter-totter to get our bodies exactly the right amount of energy needed to sustain us. If we never let ghrelin make its appearance, that teeter-totter becomes very lopsided, and that can result in some dysfunction. Not to mention, biblically speaking, fasting is a regular part of life. It's an expectation, and there is no such thing as fasting without some hunger, so it is not something to be feared. And the third part of why the habit of snacking is so hard to break is because of what we eat for breakfast, especially in the US. The quintessential American breakfast is all brown. Have you ever noticed that? Pancakes, muffins, toast, cereal, all of which cause major blood sugar spikes. When we spike our blood glucose in the morning, we usually crash midday, and then we become ravenous for more sugar to raise our glucose levels again. That energy from the sugar burns off so quickly that we need more and more and more to sustain us. I have experienced this firsthand on the rare occasion that I opt for a waffle for breakfast. Maybe I'm going out to brunch and I have the waffle with butter and maple syrup. It is remarkable how much stronger the need for little treats throughout the day really becomes. Which is honestly why I try to never make those brown foods the main part of my breakfast meal. Maybe as a dessert on the side. I always break the fast, i.e. breakfast, with quality protein. And if you do that, your day will be much easier to conquer nutritionally. I promise you. So, what can we do to break the snacking habits? First of all, we have got to stop eating products disguised as food. Every time we consume them, we feed the beast. This is a hard elimination, at least to begin with. And before you know it, you won't even miss it. I actually help my nutrition clients do this by finding practical swaps for those kryptonite items that seem to derail them the most. It's kind of a fun game to see what fake foods we can reasonably replace with real foods. Secondly, we have to practice sitting in hunger. Now, I'm not saying starve yourself by any means, but getting comfortable with that hunger pang in your stomach and not immediately reaching for a granola bar or a bag of chocolate-covered almonds, getting comfortable with that gives you power over your appetite. For my nutrition clients, we learn these hunger fullness cues with a number system that I give them so that they can let ghrelin and leptin do their jobs and you never have to feel stuffed or ravenous. And then finally, fix your breakfast. If you are like the 2013 version of Chelsea, eating bagels and peanut butter or sometimes Nutella for breakfast, you are setting yourself up for endless snacking and cravings. Schedule your one-on-one nutrition strategy session with me at coachrain.com/dietfree so we can get you on the path of energized and in total control of your snacky cravings. Again, that's coachreign.com/dietfree, and I will help you with a custom plan to help you break the snacking habit today. I hope this was helpful in showing you that it's not your lack of willpower that keeps you snacking. There are some bigger forces at play here. But you do not have to be a victim of them forever, and you can have total control of your nutrition. I pray this episode was helpful to you, my friend. If so, could you do me a massive favor and take 30 seconds to write a review? This is the best way to bless me big and help more people learn just how simple eating healthy consistently can be. And if you want more value-packed info from me, head to coachrain.com and sign up for the Weekly Harvest, my weekly emails filled with recipes, how to use food as medicine, biblical nutrition, and more. That's CoachReign.com for all the goods. Blessings until next time, sis. Toodles.